Hi guys, welcome. How is everybody doing tonight? Are you guys ready? You guys excited?
Well, I'm excited. That you know what's really funny?
What's funny?
Where's that
Yo
sound coming from?
face! What sound? Ow! They're doing
Oh my
witchcraft on
god!
me. Ow!
I
Ow!
am ready. Oh my gosh! I can still hear it. And I don't know where it's coming from.
I don't
Hold
know what
on.
you're hearing. Do you hear voices? Because I see
Oh my
people.
god. Okay. Technical difficulty solved. Now I'm ready. I'm like, where's that sound coming from? I just turned it off, but I guess I didn't turn it off. Anyway. Ooh, look! I got like a weird, like fiery background.
Oh, there's
Oh, it's
different
like
ones.
Oh, I can tell what it is now. I backed up far enough to see it. It's like what's it called? It's like Arizona, right?
Kind of like desert, and then like a night one, and then like a kind of creepy one.
But now it's like stars or something. I don't know. I can't
Everybody.
I can't tell. Oh, there it is. Like the desert looking one. Okay, I get it. Ah, so lots of stuff going on in the last couple weeks.
With me?
Maybe, kind of. Well, with both of us,
Ah,
right?
yes.
Again, life happening again.
Never fails, right?
So you were like in the hospital for like a while, but not for you, right?
Not for me. My nephew, his appendix ruptured over a week ago. And so he was hospitalized for about a week, and he was finally discharged Saturday. His surgery
Okay.
went good and everything, but he was kind of having complications like afterwards because of everything that was still, like loose in there and stuff from when it ruptured. So he was having like a lot of bacteria, so a lot of infections going on, and he was like on antibiotics. He was on morphine. Morphine, is that how you say it?
Morphine, yeah,
Morphine.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So he was on that. He was on like oxycodone and like Tylenol, and he was still feeling the pain. So it was pretty bad. It was sad seeing him because he's only 8 years old. So it was pretty
Oh,
heartbreaking. But he's better now. He's good. They had a lot of activities for them actually at the hospital, surprisingly. They got to meet like former NFL players. They got to meet Spider-Man and Superman. They had like, painting activities for them. They had a lot of like games. They had like kind of like a little arcade, and then they had like a bunch of like big, huge screen TVs for them to play like Xbox, PlayStation, Wii, all kinds of stuff. So that was pretty good for them. Welcome,
cool,
guys. Thank
cool.
you.
Hey, what's up, McLovin? Hola, Fabian. Or hello, Fabian. I don't know, right? Never know. Anyway,
Welcome, Fabian. No, just kidding.
I
Don't be scared.
you can't you just don't know sometimes, right? Like, is
Don't
it
be scared to
hola,
say it. I'm just
Fabian,
kidding.
or is it hey, Fabian? But anyway, oh my gosh, I'm so tired from yesterday. It was a ridiculously long day for me yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Like super long. I went for like a little walk in the morning with the parrot,
Uh-huh.
and there's like a swap meet near us, so we did
Uh-huh.
we did like a little bit of shopping and stuff. Oh, look what I got! Look what I got! Can you see it?
Nice. Tell me
I
why.
got I got
Tell me why I thought they
I
were
got me an
AirPods.
no, I got me an
It's,
Apple
yeah, because
mouse
I saw the
for
front side and I thought they were for some reason I thought they were AirPods.
no, it's a mouse for the computer. $10. $10,
Damn,
and
that's
they told me I could
good.
Yeah, yeah. They told me I could take it back if it didn't work. So, you know
Ooh,
how much the new ones cost?
how much?
The new ones are like $90 or something. I mean, this is
Dang.
like the older model,
Yeah.
right? But still, I mean, come on, $10, right? Howdy, Carl. How's it
Howdy,
going?
partners.
but but we did
Yeehaw.
that, and then like we were walking home,
Yeah.
and I sent like a text message, and I'm like, hey, do you need me to pick up anything for dinner or something? Because I passed by a couple of places for food on the way home,
Yeah.
and they're like, yeah, sure, go ahead and get some stuff. But I had bought stuff at the swap meet too, right? Because you
Yeah.
get like soap really cheap there. So I bought some soap, and then I've been eating a lot of oatmeal, right? Remember?
Yeah.
And so I bought like a one of those like big things of oatmeal,
Uh-huh.
and then they're like, sure, pick up some food, you know. And I was like, okay. So the parent and I went and we got some like pre-cooked stuff like
Mhm.
beans, rice, tortillas, bananas, mangoes, all kinds of food, right? Uh,
Nice.
well, it was until I put it all in my backpack, right?
Ooh, for you to carry it all.
Well, yeah, I have to carry it. No one's like driving me around. Like people were doing stuff
I know
yesterday.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They weren't home. Oh, duck's here, quack quack.
Ah, duck. Quack, quack.
And I ended up carrying all of that home. And by the time I got home, I was like exhausted. I barely had like the energy to like get the stuff out of the backpack and collapse.
So then you walked all the way to the swap meet too?
Yeah,
Or you
yeah.
rode
I
like
walked
a
to the
bus or a
swap meet.
trolley or
Yeah, yeah. No, I walked to the swap meet,
what the
walked around
fudge?
the swap meet, went shopping, and walked back.
How far from Manolo's is the swap meet? So I can kind of have an idea.
It's like a mile, about a
Dang.
mile.
I don't know if I would walk to Manolo's and back. Like even
It's a
to
mile and
Manolo's, I don't
something.
know.
Yeah, but you know, I don't get any exercise, right? So you have to do something anyway.
True that.
But yeah, so I did all that, and then I just like collapsed the rest of the day yesterday, and then I haven't done like anything today either. It's been a pretty lazy day. All right,
It's good.
enough about us, right? People want to know
Today's gonna
about
be
what we're
pretty cool,
talking about
actually.
today.
We're back
What?
to we're back to one of the favorite episodes. We're solving mysteries. No, just kidding. We're doing a Scooby
Right?
Doo Papa. No, we have the famous ruin is gonna tell us another fabulous story. Um, which is I don't know if I should say it or not, but I'm imagining or I'm thinking that it could be a field trip, right? Type of story.
Oh.
One of your famous lost treasures that could maybe
You know what? We actually could do a field trip there. It's pretty. It's not that far from you.
from me.
All right. Yeah.
All right,
From
tell
you.
us. Tell us.
Okay. So from where you live, you're kind of close to well, you're not close, like close to, but like Phoenix, the Phoenix area of Arizona, right?
Well, I live in Phoenix.
Well, you don't live in Phoenix, right? It's like a little separate town.
No, Phoenix is like the biggest city here. It's like it's huge.
Yeah, but it's like I live in San Diego, but it's not San Diego, right? The little cities all have their own names.
No, like Phoenix is like the actual city. Like you're like I can drive from here and drive like 30, 40 minutes out and
Mhm.
I'm still in Phoenix. With you, it's
Oh, really?
different. You don't
So
live
you're
in San Diego, actual San Diego. Yours is a different city. Phoenix is
well,
just
okay,
huge.
okay.
Yeah. So
So
that's, I mean, there's West Phoenix, Central Phoenix, East Phoenix. That's how you can kind of relate to them. North Phoenix, South Phoenix. So you can kind of
okay,
know what area you're talking about. But it's a big, huge city.
okay. So we're gonna start talking about stuff that happened in like the middle 1800s or so. Does Phoenix have like an old town like here in San Diego?
Old Town.
Yeah, remember where we
No,
went to go see the ghosts and stuff? And that was like the original part of San Diego.
I don't. I don't think so. There's an area where they built. I think I don't know if we talked about that story or not, but there's an area where they built like a castle and event that back then was gonna kind of they wanted to do it kind of like a tourist area, like a main attraction. But then
Right.
I forgot what happened with the story that it didn't like end up happening. But so we only have like the actual like regular downtown area.
Okay.
I know there's
So
other
anyway,
cities that have ults, but I don't know. I don't think it was Phoenix does.
um, anyway, you live in the kind of the Phoenix area, kind of east of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So east of Phoenix, a little further than where you are these mountains, and it's called the Superstition Mountains, right? Are you familiar with those?
No, I'm gonna search them right now.
The Superstition
I'm
Mountains.
listening. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll go on with the story while you look up where it
Yeah. Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Um, so in like the middle 1800s, we're going to talk about like three people who are majorly involved in this story, right? And we're going to talk about the lost Dutchman's mine.
Ooh.
Anyway, there's this guy. His name was Jacob Waltz, right? And he's like originally from Germany,
Uh
and
huh.
he comes to America, and it's funny because he's from Germany, right? But they start calling him the Dutchman.
Oh my God. There's a okay. I'm sorry, but there's an actual place called Lost Dutchman State Park.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Keep going. Sorry.
So this guy they call him the Dutchman, and it's probably because like you know Germany is like Deutschland, right? In like German,
Uh huh.
so they probably like are just were like mispronouncing it instead of like Deutschman.
Uh huh.
They start calling him the Dutchman
Oh,
instead of
okay.
Deutschman,
Uh
right?
huh.
Anyway, so he gets the name the Dutchman, but he's not Dutch; he's German. Anyway, uh, he starts prospecting kind of in that Superstition Mountain area,
Uh huh.
right? Then the other two people we're going to talk about are there's this guy who kind of grows up in Phoenix when it's just starting out.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Dick Holmes, and he's born in like 1865.
Mm.
But the Dutchman's already been around the Phoenix area in that time, right?
Okay.
And then we have the gold rush going on in Arizona during those years as well, during all of this time period. So like people are like finding gold all over Arizona during this time. Instead of heading like all the way over to California, they're like, we'll just go to Arizona, and then
Arizona.
they go prospecting for gold there, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you know Arizona is pretty freaking hot, right?
Yeah.
So like a lot of them die out there. They don't know what they're doing. They're like out
Damn.
like mining in the middle of summer, and you know it's like 125 degrees out or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But this guy Dick Holmes is born there in Phoenix, and he kind of grows up in that kind of Wild West time out there where it's just like everyone's like gold crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also a bunch of Indian wars going on at the time. And so this guy Dick Holmes, he joins the military like at this like ridiculously young age. He's like 10 or 12 or something when he joins,
Oh, yeah.
and they like hire him as like a scout. Like he just like runs provisions back and forth to like soldiers who need it. But he ends up doing a lot with the military during the time. During his early years. Um. Oh, and guess who he ends up fighting too?
Cool.
Your favorite Indian.
My favorite indie.
Yeah.
I don't
Geronimo.
know. Cool.
Geronimo.
Oh,
Because he
Geronimo.
was yelling his name. Hola, Wagner.
Hola, tío Wagner.
Carl said, Carl says he's gonna need a bigger drink.
I know. That's what I was like.
But anyway, so yeah, he ends up fighting in like the Indian Wars. He ends up fighting against Geronimo and all that. And then like our third player in this story that I'm going to tell you is this lady named Julia Thomas. And Julia Thomas is kind of an interesting person because she's African American. She's living in Phoenix and she owns her own business.
What? In 1986?
Well, I did a lot of this research, and they all say the same thing, that she owned an ice cream shop and oyster bar.
I mean, it sounds like something, yeah, that would happen here. I mean, because it's
Oysters,
pretty
really?
hot. It's pretty hot, and well, I don't know about back then, but now there's a lot of like seafood places. Like we have a lot of like the fish and chips places, and there's places that sell oysters by the box.
Yeah, but this is like the middle
So
1800s.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was something that was possible back then. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Anyway, but she owns an ice cream shop at least.
They
I
were
don't know
looking
about
for the
the oyster
pearls.
bar part, but at least an ice cream shop, right?
Yeah.
And then the funny thing about her, or the weird thing, is not only is she a African American woman who owns a business, but she also speaks German.
Huh.
Crazy combination, right?
Interesting. What did you say her name was?
What?
What did you say her name was? Julia Thomas?
What is her name? Yeah, Julia Thomas. Julia.
That's an odd name too for, I don't know, during that time. Just saying.
Well, apparently her husband was German.
Oh, okay. So that would be also like why she would speak German then, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it's not like just a
But,
bizarre thing out of nowhere. Like, wait, what? She like
but,
like an
but
Asian person out of nowhere speaks.
her husband eventually just leaves her
Wow,
and leaves her with debt too.
dang.
Yeah. He just like abandons her and leaves like the Phoenix area, and like no one ever hears from him again. Okay, so now you know these three people, right?
Yes.
So it's a kind of it's a weird story, but it catches my attention just because of like the players involved.
Okay.
So this Dick Holmes guy, he was in the military. He grew up fighting Indians. He's a good horseback rider. He knows the area, right? And since he's working with the military, the military actually has trails that like run through the Superstition Mountains, so that they can get across. Because around the Superstition Mountains is where Geronimo and like all of those Apaches, right, are living.
Mm-hmm.
And so like if they see like a bunch of people going through their land, they're just gonna attack them. If they can get through the trails and stuff, they're a little more hidden.
Okay.
But anyway, so let's talk about Dick Holmes a little bit. In I think it's like 1884, he's traveling. He's done with the military, and he's traveling on this road near his ranch and stuff. Um, by near, I mean like a couple days ride, and he runs into this old timer, just basically an old prospector, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the old timer says, "Hey, can you give me some Western hospitality and like put me up for the night? I don't have a tent. I don't have any food or anything with me." And he lets him stay in the tent. And that night they start talking,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, and they start talking that this old timer heard this rumor about a gold mine that was like super rich in gold, like incredibly rich with gold. And through hearing about this gold mine, he decides to do some investigating, and eventually he finds this another old timer working there. He finds him like kind of hiding and being super careful.
Uh-huh.
And then one day, this old timer leaves his mine, and he follows him for a while just to make sure he's gone. And then he goes back there, and when he goes into this other guy's mine, who's it's the Dutchman's mine, right? But when he goes into this mine, he sees this vein of ore, right?
This what?
You know how a vein of ore, you know how like when they find gold, usually there's like rock, right? And then
Uh-huh.
like you'll see like a line of like a different material, and that's usually where the gold is, right? It's a
Wait,
different type of
what did you say the other word was? A what? A vein of what? A
a vein
vein
of
of ore?
ore, ore, ore.
What is, I don't know what it means.
Ore is like the rock and stuff you get the gold out of.
Okay.
So like you'll have like
So he,
regular rock,
uh-huh.
right? And then you'll have like this thin area of like this different material, and that's where
Uh-huh.
the gold is. And then you'll have more like regular rock.
Okay.
Yes.
So
And
ore
so
is
that
the
yeah,
surrounding. Okay. Okay, okay,
ore
okay.
is just the rock that has
The
gold in it.
surrounding area. Okay. I get it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So the uh the vein of ore isn't just like, like a couple inches. It's like 18 inches wide.
What the fudge?
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh my
That's like,
gosh. I need to get some of this gold." So he starts working in that mine and stealing gold. He starts stealing ore from the Dutchman.
um,
Yeah, because he saw the Dutchman leave, right?
yeah.
And he, so he's like super nervous, right? Because it's like the middle 1800s. If someone catches you like stealing their gold, they're just going to shoot you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um. Anyway, so he's like super nervous, and then but he keeps working it every day, trying to get as much of the gold as he can out of it.
Uh-huh.
Until one day, so he's telling Dick Holmes the story. He tells him one day he was working the mine, and he hears this sound. He's not sure what it is, right? And he runs outside, and he actually heard the Dutchman coming back.
Yeah.
And he
Uh-oh.
jumps on his horse, and he rides away, and he gets away from the Dutchman. And Dick Holmes is just fascinated by this story. He cannot like get over it. He's like, gold 18 inches wide, like right there.
Yeah.
And the old timer doesn't really want to talk about it. He's all, "You got to tell me where it is. You got to tell me how to get there." Like, and the old timer won't tell him anything except he kind of describes the Dutchman to him, right?
Uh-huh.
But that's the only thing he'll tell him. He won't like give up any other information because he's
Yeah.
like
Like exact
scared.
location. Yeah.
Yeah. He won't give him the location. He won't give him anything. He's just like scared, and I guess he's still on the run trying to like get away from the Dutchman, right?
Yeah.
But Anyway, Dick Holmes kind of forgets about the story for a while, and he ends up going to town all the time because his ranch is kind of nearby.
Uh-huh.
Where Phoenix is now. his ranch is in the area, and so he goes to town a lot. And then one day he spots a guy, an old timer, that looks like the description that guy gave him.
Of the Dutchman.
And he's like, yeah, of the Dutchman. And he's like, oh my gosh, like that's got to be the Dutchman, right?
Yeah.
So the he follows the Dutchman and he starts like tracking like what he's doing. And he's like, I wonder if this is really him or not. And eventually the Dutchman, he follows the Dutchman into a store one day. And the Dutchman is buying like a whole bunch of supplies, right, from the general store. And he sees that the Dutchman pays for everything in gold ore.
Ooh.
I mean, there's other like miners and stuff that pay in gold.
Yeah.
But he talks to the so when you pay in gold, they have to take a look at it and see how much gold is actually in there, right?
Yeah.
And so they do this thing called a saying. Basically, they figure out like what percent of that rock, of that dirt that you brought in, is actually gold.
Mm-hmm.
And so he has like friends that work in that office, and so he ends up talking with them. And it turns out like this piece of rock that the miner wants to pay with, that the Dutchman wants to pay with, is like 30% gold, which is like astronomical.
Nice.
Like yeah, like people are happy nowadays if they run into something that's like 5%, 10%. And apparently like this rock, this vein of gold is so rich, it's like 30% gold. So like a third of it, right?
A third of it, yeah.
Anyway, so he's like, that has to be the Dutchman, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I'm gonna see when he gets all of his like last supplies, and I'm gonna follow him because he's like,
he really
just
wants
crazy. He's got gold fever, right?
Yeah.
So he sees the guy who he's sure is the Dutchman load up the last of his stuff and go to leave town, right? And they leave Old Phoenix on horseback, and they start traveling east, kind of in your direction. Yeah, and they travel 3 days on horseback from Phoenix.
Dang. Okay.
Yep, and so basically, he just tries to keep the old timer in sight, and like he's not like riding next to him or anything, right? He's like just kind of following him along, and then seeing where he camps, and like staying outside.
Yeah.
So in the third morning, he gets up, and the Dutchman breaks up his camp, puts out his fires and everything, and loads up his horses, and the Dutchman rides off, right? And so Holmes goes to follow him, and he starts riding along, and he comes around this bend, and he's face to face with the Dutchman holding a shotgun.
What?
Because they used to do this thing to make sure you weren't being followed. They like set up like an ambush and just wait there and see if anyone came along for like the next day.
She fell in the trap.
Yep. And he's like, the Dutchman's gonna kill me, right? I'm gonna die right here.
Yeah.
And for some reason or other, I guess because he's still super young at this time, right? He's just a kid. And the Dutchman looks at him and he says, "Don't you follow me. Next time I'll shoot you." Right? And basically, he tells him, go get back to town.
Lets him off with a warning.
Yeah. And so, like, Dick Holmes is like shocked, right, that he's not dead.
Yeah.
But now he has to like ride back to town, like ashamed of himself because the
Yeah.
Dutchman caught him, right? And he's looking to steal the Dutchman's gold, right? It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
The Dutchman catches him and then for some reason doesn't kill him and just like sends him away. He's like, maybe he's all like, stupid kid, go home.
Yeah.
Anyway, that doesn't like get rid of the gold fever from him though. Yeah.
Oh.
He's like still like super obsessed with the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he still keeps trying to figure out where this mine is, but of course, he doesn't know, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, remember we were talking about this Julia Thomas lady?
Yeah.
With her ice cream shop and oyster bar and everything?
Yes.
Well, so she's friends with the Dutchman.
Oh.
Well, you know why, right? He's like one of the only people in town that speak German with her, besides her husband.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like one of them was like her husband, or she was having an affair or something. Because you're like, why, right? And I'm like, whoa, why? That's a twist.
Wait. What are you thinking?
Damn, that's a big twist. That's a big plot twist.
Well, there is a plot twist because remember I told you that her husband leaves her, right?
Her husband what? Oh, yes.
Yeah. He just leaves her, and she has like this ton of debt, right?
Yeah.
And eventually, she ends up having to go to court, right?
What? They had a legal system and stuff like that?
Yeah. I mean, it was a while west, but there's still there's still like debt collection and stuff going on.
Okay.
Especially if you like owned a business and stuff, she had to buy the land, she had to buy the business and all the products, and Anyway, so her husband leaves her, and she has all this debt, and she ends up going to court, and no one thinks she's going to be able to pay, right? Like everyone's like ready to like take all of her stuff.
Yeah.
And it turns out she pays off all of her debt somehow.
Oh.
Yep. And guess how she pays off her debt?
With the ore.
With gold ore.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So everyone thinks, oh, it's the Dutchman, right? Like it has to be the Dutchman that gave her this money.
Yeah.
But like, no, there's no proof. There's just a record that she paid off her debt. And there's like no way she paid off this amount of debt selling oysters in Arizona. Right?
Uh-huh.
So anyway, this Dutchman guy never lives like this fantastic life though, right? He never like lives like this extravagant life. He always lives like a pretty humble looking life.
Humble.
You know, like he never doesn't have food, and he never doesn't have booze, and like all the stuff he needs. I mean, he has like a house in town and stuff, but it's not like the best house in town. It's just a house.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really have any friends except Julia, because, like I said, he's German. They speak German together.
Uh-huh.
I don't know about anything else that you're thinking of, but you never know.
I mean, I don't know. He was a very He was a very compassionate and giving person.
So he lives like this really normal kind of life, right? Everyone thinks he's like doing okay and like nothing spectacular, right?
Uh-huh.
But he does go off every winter to go mining, right? Or prospecting, he says, right? He doesn't, he's like, oh, I didn't find much or whatever, But every winter he goes off and he mines, and then of course he spends like all summer like in town, where the heat's not going to kill him. And yeah. So here's where things start to get a little complicated. And there is a flood in Arizona, in Phoenix. You know, Phoenix was built in like a floodplain. Like
Was
if
it
you got
what?
like a ton of a floodplain, like an area that floods like really heavily if there's like a whole bunch of
Oh yeah, yeah,
rain.
yeah. Yeah. It used to happen often. Yeah.
Well, apparently the people who built Phoenix when it started didn't realize it, and Phoenix gets flooded one year, and it washes away the Dutchman's house,
Uh-oh.
and the Dutchman gets like really sick from the water, like he gets really sick,
Uh-huh.
and then he doesn't have any place to live. You know, his home's gone, and guess who takes him in?
Ooh, Julia.
Julia takes him in. And she starts to like take care of him, but he's like really sick. And anyway, so a little bit of time passes, and it looks like he's not going to get any better. The Dutchman. And at one point, it just looks like he's going to die. So he's really sick. Julia runs outside to go get a doctor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And guess who happens to be passing by?
Don't tell me that it was the guy that was following the Dutchman. Holmes.
The Dick Holmes, yeah. And Julia says, "Hey, my friend is really sick. Can you watch him until I get back?"
Uh-oh.
Because she's seen him talking with the Dutchman like before, like when he
Yeah.
was like investigating.
Uh-huh.
But she doesn't know what's going on with him. But she's like, "Hey, can you watch him while I go get the doctor?"
Uh-huh.
And he's like,
Oh yeah, for sure, of course.
"Of course, of course, I'll gladly watch him
Oh
while you're
yeah.
gone."
Damn.
So Dick Holmes is like, "Here's my chance, right?"
Yeah.
He's like, "The Dutchman's gonna die. Here's my chance to figure out where the mine is."
Yeah.
And he goes in there, and I guess the Dutchman realizes he's like not gonna make it,
Oh.
and so he has like this deathbed confession. You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
So he has this deathbed confession, and he says, Holmes is like, "Oh, like, is there anything you want to tell me?" Like he wants the directions to the mine, right? But he's
Yeah.
like, "Is there anything you need to say?" And the Dutchman like takes this opportunity and takes an hour to tell his story, right? So the Dutchman starts telling Holmes the story about how he found the mine and all of the murders he needs to get off of his chest.
Oh my God.
So basically, he tells Holmes that like in 1877 he was prospecting out in the desert, right? And while he's prospecting out there in the Superstition Mountains, he gets attacked by two Apache Indians. He manages to fight them off and like run away from them, right? He gets
Yeah.
away from these two Apaches, and he wanders through the Superstition Mountains for a while because he's lost his horse and everything. He basically escapes on foot,
Yeah.
and he has no food, he has no water or anything, and recovering artifacts together. Welcome. So he's going on foot, and he's getting close to dying, and he runs across these three Mexicans.
Oh, uh-huh.
And these Mexicans there, they're nice people, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Well, like they're typical Mexicans like you find today, right? Like they're all like, "Oh, come on in, have a beer," you know. Do you want some carne asada? We got some carne asada, right? Um, they offer him food and water and everything, and they let him recover with them, and they stay there a couple nights with him, right?
Yeah.
And basically they start talking to him because they think I don't know what they think he is, but they start talking. They start talking about where they're going,
Yeah.
and they start talking about this mine that they have, and
Ooh.
right, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I do a little prospecting. I have a mine that's, like, he's like lying to them the whole time. He's like, yeah, I have a mine over here. It's doing
Wow.
good. You know, oh,
Bad
let me,
Dutchman.
let me see yours. Maybe I can help you out with it, and like give you some
Wow.
improvements or something. But, the Mexicans are like all trusting with him and stuff, because they saved his life. He's acting all nice to him, and they're like, yeah, yeah, we'll be there in like a day. And they take him to the mine, right, with them. And when they take him to the mine, he sees how like fantastically rich this mine is, right? It's like beyond his like wildest dreams, right?
Hmm.
And yeah, yeah, he just goes like gold crazy at that point, right? And he
Bad
and he
Dutchman.
yeah, he kills all three of them.
Ay, ay, ay.
So so he gets rid of the bodies and everything, and he's like, well, no one else knows about this. This is mine now, right? This is
Hmm.
my mine, because no
Yeah.
one knows anything about it. And so he starts working what he calls his mine now, right?
Wow. Yeah.
And he starts leading this life and stuff. And then he tells Holmes, well, that's not it. There's more. And
No
Holmes
way.
Holmes is like, oh, well, so how did you get there? And, which turn did you make? And he's like,
Yeah.
no, no, no. There's more. I have more to tell you, right? And he
Wow.
talks, right? He starts talking about, well, so he mines, uh, he works the mine, and then eventually he has to go back to town, and he stays in town for a while, and then he's you know, you basically stay during the whole summer, and then you go back during the winter when, it's safer. And he is
Jesus.
starting to get ready to go back.
Uh-huh.
And he runs into these two soldiers at the bar, right? And the soldiers are like, "Oh man, you won't believe it. We struck it rich out there in the mountains, and we have like the best mine ever." And they pay with these big chunks of ore, right? And
Jeez.
the old timers like, "Oh my gosh, they they found my mine, because that doesn't come from anywhere else but mine, right?"
Yeah.
And it turns out that these soldiers are leaving also, and he decides to follow them, right?
Hmm.
And he waits till he's sure that they're heading towards his mine, and he kills both of them too.
Wow. But it was his mine or no? Well, that same mine or no?
Yeah, yeah, they
Jesus.
stole his gold. They stole money.
Oh,
They
yep.
stole the gold from his mine,
Uh-huh.
because they were heading like right back to it.
Oh man. That's how many already?
So
Two, five, six already?
no, we're at 5 right now.
Because the three Mexicans,
3 Mexicans, 2 soldiers,
the
right?
two Hindis, and the two soldiers. Right?
3 Mexicans,
The two
3 Mexicans,
Indians,
2 soldiers.
the two Indians and the three Mexicans.
Yeah.
And then the two
So we're at 5.
soldiers.
No, no, just 2 soldiers, 3 Mexicans so far.
No, what about the first the Indians? The ones where he was gonna before the Mexicans found him.
Oh, that doesn't count. When
Why
we
not?
don't
He
know
killed
if he
him too.
we don't know if he killed them or not, because he probably didn't kill them, because if he killed them, then he would have gotten away with his horse and everything, right?
Okay, so 5, possibly 7. Okay, keep going.
We'll go with 5 related to the
Yeah,
mine,
5.
because apparently he doesn't like count the Indians either.
Okay, so all right, 5.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
see
if he killed
concern.
the
Okay,
Indians, that was just self defense, right?
okay,
Anyway, so we're up to 5, right?
okay.
So he uh he goes back and he starts working his mine again that winter, right?
Uh-huh.
And one day he goes outside, he goes back out to his camp. He's done mining, and he like goes down the hill for something, and he runs into this other prospector down there, like just down the hill from his mine. And he sees the other prospector, and this prospector's nice guy and everything. He's like, hey, how you doing? And he just whips out his gun and kills him like right away.
What the fudge? Without even like nothing? Oh my gosh, he's
Yeah,
a
like
savage now.
the yeah, he's just too paranoid at this point, right? He's
Wow.
like,
Okay.
everybody is after my gold, and that guy was just like down the hill from his mine, and
Shiznits.
so he,
Okay,
yeah, so he just kills him right away.
we're at 6 now. Damn. Okay.
Okay, so by now, like 45 minutes have gone by, and the Holmes is like going crazy. He's like, you gotta tell him, like he's like asking him now, right? He's like, hey,
Like, how do I
I
get
know
to it?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like tell me how to get there, right?
Yeah. Like, just tell me.
And the Dutchman is like, oh well, I have one more thing to tell you, and then I'd like to make a deal with you, right?
Mhm.
And Holmes is like, right? And the Dutchman's all, well, so at this point he needs help, right? Because he's spending more time killing people than actually like mining.
Jeez. Yeah.
And he writes a letter to his sister in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, hey, can you send your son out here to help me?
Oui. Uh-huh.
Because I need someone I can trust out here to
Mm-hmm.
help me with the mine, right?
Yeah.
And his nephew comes out to Arizona, and he starts helping the Dutchman work his mine, right?
Uh-huh.
Until the Dutchman starts to get paranoid again.
Jeez.
And he's like his nephew doesn't agree with him on like how they're mining or something, and they just end up arguing with each other. And
Ay.
Dutchman the Dutchman thinks that, yeah, he's gonna steal my gold. He's gonna steal my mine. And he's like, this kid's gonna kill me, right? And so what does he do? He kills him first. Shoots his own nephew.
She should be on one of like the top serial killers, man. That's 7 already.
Almost, right?
She's nuts.
So, but with his nephew, he he does something a little different with him. For some reason, he uses like this big heavy chain to drag the body away.
It's okay.
And he drags the body all the way down to this place called Agua Salado, I think.
Rio Salado.
And
Salt to the Salt River.
yeah.
What the fuck? Okay.
And he drags the body down there, right? And he
She's
sees
nuts.
like this little overhang of rock, and he like this is a good place, right? And he digs a grave there, and he buries his nephew there,
Uh-huh.
right? Okay. So he finally reaches the end of his story, right? and it's been like 50 minutes, 50 some
Uh-huh.
minutes, and he's not looking good, right? He's not going to live much longer.
He's not gonna make it.
He's like
Jesus.
ready to die, right?
Uh-huh.
And the Dutchman starts talking, and he says, "Look, at the foot of this bed is 45 pounds of ore
What the
in a box.
um
What I want you to do is I want you to send money to my sister because he feels like
he feels
remorse
bad.
for
Uh-huh.
killing his nephew, right? He's like, you have to send money to my sister, right? And take that money in the box. You take that ore in the box, and you have to. The place was called Agua Escondido, the place where he buried the body.
Okay.
Okay, so he tells Holmes, look, you have to send money to my sister, and you can take that box of ore, right?
Uh-huh.
And then Holmes is just like crazy at this point. He's like, well, how do I get to the mine, right? And he gave him some clues.
Mm-hmm.
So he tells him that the mine is in a north-south canyon.
North South
Or
Canyon.
canyon, yeah.
So it doesn't even make sense. Like they're opposite north south.
Yeah. So like there's a mountain here, right? And there's a mountain here,
Uh-huh.
and so this direction is north and south, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to a canyon that goes like this way, right? Because that would be like an east-west canyon, right?
But I don't know,
Yeah,
it still doesn't make sense. They're like opposite directions.
yeah. But I mean, that way you can tell, because if the canyon goes this way, you're in the right canyon, right? If the canyon is going this way, it's not the right canyon.
Okay. And then
Okay, so he tells him that the mine is in a north-south canyon, right? And then
okay.
he says there's a small hill. I'm going to read them to you because I want to make sure you get them right for when we go looking. So on a small hill near the mine, you can see the old military trail, but you can't see the mine from the trail. So you can see the trail from the mine, but not the mine from the trail.
Huh.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. He also tells them that from the hill behind my mine, you can see the tip of Weaver's Needle. And Weaver's Needle is like this mountain there. Like if you look on that map, you'll see it on that map, like of the mountains.
Uh-huh.
And then he also tells them one more thing, that the rays of the setting sun shine directly into his mine.
Shined into the mine?
Shine into the mine.
Huh.
So,
Okay.
so like the mine faces the west.
But the sun sets to the south.
Well,
No?
no,
Here in Arizona?
in Arizona it goes south. No, it always goes west.
I don't know. When we go and watch the sunset at the mountain, it okay, anyway. Okay. So okay. But I mean those are kind of pretty clear clues. I mean you would think, right?
well, let's just say that it faces kind of west,
Okay.
right? Because the sun has to shine into it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So basically, he gives them some other directions as well, right?
Uh-huh.
He says you need to follow the old government trail, and you got to look for a boulder that resembles a man's face.
Okay.
All right. And then close by will be a house built out of stone.
A house filled out of stone?
Built out of stone, uh-huh.
What the fudge? Okay.
And then near that house is where the entrance to the mine is.
Huh. Interesting.
And then before Holmes can get any more information out of him, the Dutchman dies.
But you'd figure that's plenty of information, no?
What's that?
I said you'd figure that's plenty of information. Like he should be able to find it with that. Like,
Well, I mean, it's the mountains, right? like how many? Okay, so at that point, like I did some more looking, and there happens to be like 3 old government trails running through the mountains.
but how big can they be? I mean, the mountains are not that big here in Arizona. I mean, I've never been
Well,
to
they
those,
are
but the
big.
ones that I've been to, huh?
The mountains are big, right?
So what?
And they're big. Like they're big.
I
I
don't know. Not
mean,
all of them are. I mean, I don't know.
so
Interesting.
anyway, the Dutchman's dead. We don't have any more clues,
Uh-huh.
right? Holmes goes like crazy because he can't get any more information out of him.
Yeah.
And he grabs the box full of the ore and he leaves. He like runs away. So Julia gets back to the house with the doctor. All of the gold is gone, and so is the Dutchman, right? The Dutchman's
Yeah.
dead. Julia knows Holmes, like, casually, because I mean, Phoenix isn't like it is today, right? I mean, you kind of know
Yeah, another
most of the
casual
people around,
friend. Uh-huh.
and she is just like furious with him. She is just like she's like out of her mind mad because not only did he like she knows he like pumped the Dutchman for information,
Uh-huh.
but not only does she know that he did that, but he also took the giant box of gold, right? The 45 pounds worth of ore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is basically she thought it's her money, right?
That's like 15 pounds of gold, right? Because if it's one third,
Yeah,
30% of
like
it is.
15 pounds of solid gold.
Damn.
So so the story goes on a little bit longer. There are a couple more things to kind of wrap up, I guess. Um, no one knows if Holmes ever sent money to Germany. There's like no like record of that anywhere.
Yeah.
But Holmes does start leading a much better life directly after the miner's death, after the Dutchman dies,
Mm-hmm.
because of 45 pounds ore, right? So at that point in time, like it would have been worth like a couple $100,000, like $250,000, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
And so Holmes gets married. Holmes buys a ranch, new wagon, horses, all that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like his lifestyle goes from here to like here, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden. And like I said, wife, wagon, starts having kids, got his own ranch, the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
But Julia is really, really mad, and she decides, "Hey, I'm going to get my revenge, right? And I'm going to do it by getting to the gold first."
Uh-huh.
So packs up and buys like like she sells her business, buys a whole bunch of stuff, and sets off like with some friends, like in the middle of summer to go look for the mine.
Uh-huh.
And you know what Arizona is like even right now in the middle of summer? Can you imagine in the middle of summer in the middle of the desert with only like a wagon,
Uh-huh.
right? And you're someone who is not a minor.
Yeah.
But apparently her and her friends go out looking and the heat defeats them basically. And they have to come back to the town and they didn't find the mine. But everyone knows that she went looking for the mine, right?
Yeah.
Because everyone knows that the Dutchman was at her house, and why did she just go buy all this mining stuff?
Yeah.
So she comes up with a second plan to get revenge. Julia Thomas starts making Dutchman's gold maps and selling them.
Mm-hmm.
And so like she draws like this map that shows like the canyon, right? The north-south canyon, and
Yeah.
it shows like here's like there's like a little X, like here's the like man-shaped rock, and like here's the stone house, and then like
Yeah. Like, here's
there's
the
like a big
mine.
X, like here's the
Yeah.
mine, right? And she starts selling these maps to people. And I think it said she was selling them for like $7 a piece, which like in today's prices would be like 80 to $100 each map, right?
Yeah.
And so she makes like another fortune just selling maps to the mine. And like who knows if she like even like
Actually knew.
had an idea of where it was, right? But
Yeah.
there are tons of maps that you can find that are from Julia, that are, lost Dutchman gold mine maps.
Dang.
Then she has like one other thing before she disappears out of Phoenix and everything forever.
Mm-hmm.
She has one other thing to do to Holmes before she leaves. She tells
Uh-oh.
everyone. What's that?
I said, uh-oh.
She tells everyone who will listen that Holmes was at the Dutchman's deathbed, and he was the last person to speak with him, and that he talked with him for over an hour.
Damn.
So now every gold crazy person in Phoenix wants to follow Holmes to kill him, and when he gets to the mine, right, to steal
Yeah.
the gold. Like every single person in Phoenix wants to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So even though Holmes now has his own land, his own house, has a wife, all that,
Mm-hmm.
every time he tries to ride out to go look for the mine, there's like people following him. Like
That's
he
what he
does the same.
keeps.
He does the same thing that the Dutchman did to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he'll like he'll camp, and the next morning he'll pretend to ride away, and he'll hide, and then like 8 people will come by the next day because they're all trying to follow him and trying to get to the gold. And so he never actually gets to look for it because, I mean, if he looks for it and finds it, they're just going to kill him.
Yeah.
So he just has to go home every time he goes out looking for it. Well, eventually his son gets to an age where he becomes interested in helping his dad go look for it.
No.
But even after, 10, 15 years after,
Mm-hmm.
17 years, whatever it happens to be, people are still like waiting for him to leave town on his own, and they follow him.
Wow.
Like as soon as it looks like he's going somewhere, People
Mhm.
follow him
Wow.
because they're like, he's going to the mine. So he gives all of this information to his son, right? And he says, they aren't like following his son; they're just following him, right?
Yeah.
And so he tells him like, hey, if you ever go out there looking for it, or like if you're traveling someplace and then you like decide to look for it, if you ever find it, if you ever find the stone house and the rock that looks like a man,
Hmm.
um, don't stop. Just keep going. Just remember where it is, and
Uh-huh.
then we'll go back to it someday. When
Mm.
we can get away from all the people, when we can
Yeah.
escape being followed. Yeah, and he spends his entire life looking for the mine. His son does, and
Uh-huh.
never finds it. Like
Wow.
the Holmes passes away, the son grows old. No one ever finds it. And now, in today's prices, 18 inches of ore of that quality, every 3 feet you dig is worth multiple millions of dollars.
Whoa.
So, like, literally, and like, just with like a pick, in a few days, you could be a millionaire.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
It's at least a million, right? Because if it's one third of it
And
is
it
gold.
and it's still out there. No one has found it.
But do we really know though? I mean, how do we know that? How do we know that Dutchman didn't lie to Holmes?
Well, the Dutchman tells the story on his deathbed, right? Of how he found it. So you can kind of believe that that's true, right? Because he wants to confess the killings.
So how do we know that Holmes didn't lie
To who?
when to whoever he told the story about what happened during
Oh
his
well,
deathbed?
I mean, like he told his son, and his son ended up looking for the mine all of his life, so he believed it. He believed it was out there. So unless he
Maybe he
lied
lied
to
to him
his
about the
son,
location. I don't know. Because it doesn't make any sense that nobody, like found it with all like the clues that he gave them.
if you look at a map, it's pretty.
Let's see. How big are the superstition mountains? Oh no, yeah. They are pretty big. Wow. 249 square miles.
I mean, it's not an impossible area, but it's still a big place, right?
Oh no, wait, that's in Utah. What the fudge? Superstition Mountains in Arizona.
Yep.
They're 5,059 feet. I think that's maybe saying how tall they are. And Arizona cover approximately, nope, yep, 277 square miles. Wow. So they go 22 miles north and south and 19 miles east and west. I mean, they're pretty big, but they're not like huge. It's not like you go to like the Andes Mountains. Or it's not like you go
No,
to
no,
like huge mountains that like cover like half a state or something.
they're not like
They're like the
they're
size of
not
a
like
town or like a small city.
it. It's a big area, but it's also a mountain, right? It's a mountain range. It's not like it's mountains. You still have to go up and down in the valleys, and it's in the
I don't know.
desert in Arizona. It's freaking hot out
It just
there.
doesn't sound like too believable that they wouldn't have been able to, like, yes, they're big, but they're not that huge. Like by now, with everything we have now, you would figure that somebody would have found them already.
Well,
With
no,
all the
no one's
technology
found
we
it.
have right now. And
No
yes,
one's
it's
found.
it's a desert and it's hot, but it's way cooler in the mountains. So like
Nah,
even if here in Phoenix we're at 120 degrees, it's still gonna be about 100 there.
but exactly, it's the mountain. There's not like there's like a water faucet out there, right? You still have to bring like enough water for every day, and you still have to be looking. And
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna stick. I don't know. It doesn't sound too believable that like up to now nobody has found it. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
don't know.
mean, the guy had gold. He had gold, but that's the story of the lost Dutchman's mine, and apparently it's still out there.
Do, 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 do,
And
do.
it looks like if you and I found it in just a couple days, we could be multimillionaires just with like
Multimillionaires.
picks, just with like
Imagine that.
hand tools. Yep.
We need
Right,
a
Carl?
leader to
Carl,
scan the area. What is
Carl
that?
says we need lidar.
LiDAR?
L-
What
li-
is that?
yeah, lidar is like a radar they use, but they shoot it at the ground, and so you can see like what's underneath like foliage and stuff like that,
Ooh.
and you can see like the shape of everything of the ground a lot better. But
I mean,
you don't have to actually be there, right? You can just do it from like an airplane.
I'm pretty sure like the government or whatever military has like some sort of helicopter or something that can just fly over it and just sense it and be like, oh, there it is. I mean,
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
I don't
I don't
know.
know. No one's found it yet. It's still out there trying to.
It's maybe like a
Oh,
hidden treasure that the government has and they don't want anybody to know. And then that could
ready?
lead us into a lot of conspiracy theories, so we can leave that for another episode. I don't know. It just sounds too. I don't know.
So, want to hear one more interesting fact?
Yes, we are
So,
really.
Superstition Mountains, also the place where your brother had to fight off a mountain lion.
I don't know. When did Bennett go to those mountains?
Well, he went to those mountains, and that's where he had to fight off the mountain lion at the
When did he
Superstition
go?
Mountains. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just saying. I'm just
I
saying it's
don't
out
know.
there.
Bennett barely even goes to like Flagstaff or Prescott. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I believe it's still out there because no one has found it.
don't
If
know. I'm
someone
just
would have,
saying the trip sounds like it could be fun. If we find something, woo, but if not,
well,
I don't
you
know.
gotta find those things, right? Because they actually have like trails and stuff, and like people have used this information to try to figure out where it is, right?
Uh-huh.
And there's certain places that are like, if you like look at the map, there's like a Dutchman like state park, and there's like this one like mesa out there where like everyone thinks the gold is at.
And Mesa?
There's like a mesa, like a little like a plateau out there,
Oh.
and then everyone thinks the gold is there, and like tons of people have dug there looking for the mine.
I don't know, but if we go, we are not gonna go in the summer. That's one. Especially because all the snakes come out in summer. We're gonna go. We're gonna go somewhere in between, like summer and winter, where it's not too hot, but also not too cold, because we don't want to freeze either.
Yep. Don't want the elements to kill
Plus, with
us.
snow, so
I'm just saying
we're gonna go like
multiple.
in October.
Bring a shovel, multiple millions of dollars.
Like in October,
Just
we're gonna go.
just saying.
We can plan a trip every year and make a map of all the areas we cover every time we go. And then eventually, until we grow old and die, see how much we get to cover.
You know, lots of people have done that. They've spent their like entire lives looking for it, and they haven't found it.
I don't know. It just sounds too, I don't know. With all the technology we have now, like, I don't know.
Okay, so the question is, would you rather go look for the lost galleon, or do you want to go look for the Dutchman's mine?
Oh, I don't know. Because one of them is like right in the middle of mountains, and the other one is literally like right in the middle of like the desert, like I don't know where.
Yep.
I don't
Which
know.
one sounds better?
I'd rather die in a mountain than die just in
In
the
the middle
desert.
of the desert.
Yeah.
But where the ship is supposed to be is really close to like the mountains and really close to an actual city now. Like, how long do you think it would take to get out of the Superstition Mountains if we were like right in the middle?
Um, like walking?
Yeah,
Oh shoot. I don't know, days. Because
days,
you're
like
talking about at least like 10 miles in, 15 miles in.
10 miles. Didn't you say it was like 200 something square miles?
It's shoot, I lost it already. No, it said it ran like 17 miles south to north and like 22 miles north to west. I mean,
So,
east to
somewhere
west.
between 17 to 22 miles that you would have to walk through the mountains, right? So that's going to be like a few days, right?
Yeah,
At
that's what I'm saying, a few
best,
days.
right?
Yeah.
Like the area where the galleon is lost, that's like less than a day, and it's just there's no mountains there.
But which one is more probable to actually have the treasure?
I
To
don't
actually
know.
have it?
I think they're both there.
I don't
I
know.
think that I think there's a galleon out there, and then if you go at the right time, you're going to see some wood sticking out of the sand.
I don't know because the galleon, I don't know, it could have like fallen overseas or something. I don't know.
No, we know where the galleon was going. We know the galleon was heading up that direction because that's what the reports say from the other ships. That galleon was going to keep going
Yeah, but with the flooding and everything, and then when I don't know.
they thought that body of water went all the way out to the Pacific. They thought it came out near like Los Angeles, where Los Angeles is now, right? They thought it came out near there, and so they were just going to keep
How much
sailing up
digging
that way.
would we have to do in comparison to that mine that's
How
already
much
like
what?
open? Digging.
Oh, you just got to move the sand away. If you can find any wood, you just have to go down a few feet, and there it is.
I don't know. I'd rather go to this one. Hi amphibious,
You rather go
welcome.
to the Dutchman's mine?
Yeah.
Well, I'm down for both. I mean, whichever
Same.
millions you want to find first
Yeah,
is
same.
completely fine with
We'll do
me.
both.
We can do both. It's fine. We go find one treasure first, and then we'll go find the other one. It's funny. I can see you laughing like 10 seconds ago. But yeah,
Mr. Amphibious.
I'm totally fine. Totally fine with finding both of them. It's completely okay with me. Anyway, what's up, Amphibious? Good to see you. So here we are.
Here we are.
We have another treasure within like driving distance of us. We could go find it. I think that's about it for what I have. Do you have any questions? Does anyone in chat have a question before we end up with today?
You'll need to start a crowdfunding app.
Right? Go find the treasure GoFundMe.
A treasure hunting GoFundMe. We'll
Right?
share the winnings.
Anyway.
Don't forget, guys, that
Oh,
we still have the giveaway going on. So if anybody wants to win a channel's bottle opener, you can comment on this stream and comment on the last stream we had about
no,
aliens.
just have them do just have them do this one because that way it won't get confusing.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying because we announced it on that one too, so that's what I was remembering. So if anybody commented on that one, I don't know if there's any
Yeah,
comments or not,
but yeah, they because they're watching this one, so if they're interested, they can just comment on this one.
yeah. So if you comment, you can comment on this one, and we're gonna choose between the comments from this one and the
The
aliens
previous.
ones. If anybody commented on that one already, so yeah. So on the next stream, we can choose two more winners.
Nice. Anyway, I hope you at least enjoyed the story, even if you don't believe it. It's a good story either way,
Me?
right?
Oh no, I do believe it. It is a really good story. I'm just saying that I don't know. It doesn't sound too credible that nobody found it until now. If it's like that easy, just saying. I got mine, so you guys get one. Nice, Carl. Nice. We hope you liked it.
I keep imagining Carl like sitting there like opening beers and like chuckling at it every
He's
time
like,
he sees it.
pop me one right now. Just pop me another one.
All
But
right.
yes,
We need to figure out the schedule for next week at some point because
yes.
I am like super busy next week. I have like 9 appointments in 5 days or something. No, not that many, but I have something pretty much every day next week. But we will try to work in another show, right?
Yes, we'll let you guys know. We'll figure it out and we'll let you guys know. But yes, we do have more
Awesome.
more coming along.
Carl says it's true that he chuckles every time he opens a beer with it. Anyway, yeah, I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you, everyone who was here. Thank you, Chona, for listening to my story.
Thank you
We will
for being our storyteller.
we will definitely find some more lost treasure near us that we can possibly go find. And get back to treasure hunting next season, right?
Yes, hopefully soon. Well, more of in the near future than further out. Okay, we can actually do one of the field trips that we've been wanting from the beginning. So that's going to be pretty interesting.
Well, yeah, that's what Carl said. Start like a page to fund the travels. Crowdfunding travel app. Sounds interesting. Might be a good idea. Never know.
You never know. The world may never know. But yeah, thank you guys
All
so
right.
much. I hope that you guys enjoyed the story. Rune always does an amazing job, and he always has really good stories for us. So thank you for that. Thank you guys for your continuous support. We really appreciate you guys. Yep, don't forget to participate in the giveaway, and we'll see you guys on the next stream. Thank you guys so much. Take care.